Yeah, I heard heard that scams in Australia are like on the rise. Like not only
Mm.
just like your big company data breaches and stuff, but I think like the little old lady that picks up the phone and like somebody tells them that they're, you know, grandson or something and scams them. It's just becoming more prevalent. Like 66% of people in Australia have been targeted. So most of the population
Mm.
that has contact with the internet, basically everyone that has contact with the internet's been targeted. And then
Yep.
like half of those people that have been targeted actually fell for it as well.
Oh yeah, it's out of control. It's not even just it's not even hackers. I mean the data breaches and hackers. I think there was also superannuation
Yeah,
scams was a big one, or major telecom providers and data breaches. It's also just the
yeah,
fact that it's telephone calls,
yeah,
emails, phishing scams, just preying on anyone and everyone.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it's ridiculous. I mean, even in your recruitment agencies or recruiter scams, you could just be sitting on the toilet dropping a load and get scammed. I mean, that's how bad it's getting.
Yeah, I've been scammed like through the newspaper as a kid. I got scams through like a job agency basically saying, pay us a listing fee and we'll give you a job. And
Mm.
I went to the bank and transferred money across them.
Oh, did you?
Crazy, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad told me as well. He's like, it's a scam. And he
And you
wouldn't give
thought,
me
oh,
the
no way,
well,
of
he
course.
he he wouldn't give me the money, so I got the money off of like my mum's boyfriend or something, and it ended up being a scam. I lost $150 or whatever it was. So it wasn't
Yeah.
wasn't that big, but that was my first experience with it. And some of these scammers are so convincing. Like even the
Oh, yeah, dude.
even the overseas ones with accents and stuff. I saw this doco about a American scam where the guy had hacked their computer and like convinced them that somebody else had hacked them. All right, but it was actually them that was hacking them and getting them to transfer money to them, 25,000, to like
Yep.
avoid some issue or something. And the thing is that this lady, like the lady's daughter or something, called the police about it because the lady was so convinced. And it turns out she'd actually already given this guy 25,000, and the police are there telling her right to her face while she's on the phone to the scammer. She's still on the phone to the scammer, and the scammer's saying, because they had hacked the scammer, right? And the scammer's saying, "Don't listen to the police; they're in on it and everything. Like they're the scammers." And these people were believing the scammers over the police.
Mm.
That's how convincing they were.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have someone really close to me that got scammed 20K. And I was actually in the house when it was happening to them. And I seriously thought I couldn't hear the conversation. This was just after the whole ordeal happened. And it was someone pretending to be a law enforcer and sort of telling them that they committed some weird crime or just convince them. And when they told me the details later after what they did, I
So
realized how vulnerable the person was at in their life at the time. Like that kind of told me there was some
yeah,
psychological issues going on at the time, which I was not completely aware of. So when you're at a low point in your life, or you could be even just having a really bad week and be completely deprived, you could also be vulnerable to attacks. And then of course elderly people are probably one of the most vulnerable, and when you're desperate. So
oh
got to be
yeah, and
very mindful.
there's a lot of people like that might have actual like disabilities as well that pick up the phone and they get scammed as well.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that's what's
worst
so
as
bad,
well.
man. Is that like they think that it's a law enforcer,
Yeah.
but it's like they get sucked in and they're already too far in. They don't realize that they're asking for money now and that that's somehow normal, but it's like it's not normal.
Yeah, I mean, you
You
could just
yeah.
you could do so many things. I mean, this is kind of funny and wrong at the same time. But when my my mother was coming to Australia, I put on a very thick Australian accent and called her and pretended I was a law enforcer and trying to deport her. It scared the crap out of her, man. And she believed it. And then later, I started laughing on the phone. I was like, you know, Mom, it's me. And she was like, Oh my God, don't do that. What are you doing? So,
Yeah.
I mean, that was a prank. That was going back 20 years ago. Man, my guy has no arms. The hell? So yeah, I mean, like you said, when preying on disabled people, I mean, that's just first, it's crummier than crumb and scummier than scum, right? But it's a real thing. It's happening, and there's got to be better systems in place, obviously, to protect everyone, and particularly those who are in a vulnerable group, right? How? I mean, how is that going to happen? How are they going to do it?
Well, you know how they're gonna. It's the same with like protecting the children. It's bringing in
I
different
know.
laws and stuff.
Yeah, laws. I mean, recently I saw things like, oh, that's a good throw. You know, age verified accounts. You know, there's all kinds of different issues with that. Hackers, everything online. The data's there. It's not living in silo. It's not independently housed. You know, it's all accessible, which is a problem.
Yeah.
You got things like blockchain that try to work against that. That also has its other
but
challenges.
At the same time, though, that definitely presented its own scams.
Yep.
You know, like
Definitely, dude.
paying people through Bitcoin for, like, especially when it came to, you know, narcotics and things like that, and they would just get scammed straight away. You know, or yeah, like it's just anything, like all those emails that you get, like threatening your internet history. Have you had those ones? You know, where it tells you like you've been a bad boy. You've been looking at bad sites, and I tell you what,
I don't know
like,
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the sites you've been looking at, your family would not want to know about, and we can keep it that way if you wire me, you know, $750 to this wallet and all this sort of stuff, right?
I
And
think.
then they say like,
yeah.
serious, don't ignore this email, because I'm telling you, your family is gonna see this. They're gonna
Yep.
see all the screenshots of you.
Yeah,
in
it's
front
kind of
your
like
laptop.
blackmail scams. Man, they are
exactly.
crafty as anything. I have definitely also know or met people that have fallen under victim of that.
I've had messages from friends saying like, "Hey, I just got this email. I'm a bit worried," and I go, "Man, just ignore it. Just ignore it.
Yeah,
It's
like,
fake, you know? I can't ignore it. I can't ignore it. You know."
Young people are
So-
going to be way at risk. I'm not going to go into detail of this, you know, example that I'm aware of, but younger people are, you know, if you're sending like nude pics of yourself, you meet a gorgeous woman or girl, and vice versa, and then you start getting hot and steamy texts from each other, and just go, oh yeah, like let's send each other this, and then next thing you know, it's floating around on the internet, or and someone's trying to scam you with it. I think you got to be really super careful if you're a young person and not get bought into that. I mean, odds of it actually turning into a problem for you in life are slim to none. It's really just to get some sort of payment from you with them having virtually nothing.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
but creating a situation where you feel extremely vulnerable. That's what that is.
The thing is, like, most of these scammers, I think, could be identified. It's just the same as bad websites. They could shut them down, but they don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think a huge issue now is you might not even hear about a scam or data breach happening on one of your accounts or corporations. It could be happening to something that is not even connected to anything you've used before. Like, yet that information then carries on somehow to you, where you're like, oh, your password's been compromised, and you're thinking, I have actually done anything recently or heard about these accounts being compromised. So there's a lot of other stuff that happens in the back end with your digital footprint. And you got to protect yourself. I think there's like third-party platforms now that you can pay subscription fees that help. I really do not know how good they are.
Yeah, I've seen them as well. Like they're supposed to erase your. You talking about like the eraser, the data erasers and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to also trust that sort of stuff as well, isn't it?
Because they can get scammed too.
Yeah, exactly, man. I like sometimes you have to budget. You have to budget for scams, especially when you're on like cheap websites. You're getting cheap products from. So it's everywhere, man. Just budget for it.
Yeah, I mean,
$100.
don't keep all your digital eggs in one basket. I suppose. Just like with many things in life. Yeah, GG.
GG.